Do you have a New Year's resolution to find a new career? We'll help you out. Mac Prichard from the job search site MaxList gives us his 5 steps to find a new job in the new year. Stay there. Still ahead, new year and a new career. But it's not always an easy task to snag your dream job. Up next, we're going to chat with the founder of the job search website MaxList. Find out what you're doing wrong in your job search and what you can start doing now to get on the right track. Stay there.
All these sound bites.
All righty, welcome back. It is a new year, and that means a fresh start. And for many, that could mean a new job. Here to help you jumpstart your job search is Mac Prichard, the author of Land Your Dream Job in Portland and Beyond, and also the founder of job search site MaxList. Everybody knows MaxList. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Good to have you here. Okay, for people who don't know MaxList, tell us about MaxList real quick.
It's an online community, Chris. It attracts about 80,000 people a month. 90% of them are in Oregon, and it's for people who are looking for rewarding creative work. We have a job board, and there's a weekly newsletter that every week we send out scores of new jobs that are on the website.
How do you get these jobs? I mean, you have a network of great employers. These are the pristine jobs, right?
Yeah, these are great, rewarding, well-paying jobs. Yeah. And they come to us from employers who want to reach the community that our readers are part of. Yeah. And they are Oregonians, they're well-educated, they're looking for professional positions, and employers who work with us say they like posting on MaxList because they save time and money. They get fewer applicants, but they're the right applicants, talented people.
How'd you start there? Why'd that get started? Was it something that was lacking, something that was needed?
It was my way of giving back to my network and remaining connected with my network, Chris. So about 15 years ago, I had been working in Salem, but always living in Portland. I wanted to stay in touch with my Salem contacts. Sure. Everybody loves to get a job posting. I would send out postings to a few dozen friends. Over the years, the list grew. Yeah. Now it's 28,000 people.
It's MACS list, and if you haven't seen it, go to it. It's a great site. We'll have a link to it and everything else. All right, you have some 5 tips for finding a new job in the new year. Let's go through them and explain a little bit about each one of these tips and why they're so important. Starting with, know what you want.
Know what you want. You have to have a clear goal. Yeah. I understand why people say when asked what are you looking for, they'll say, I'm keeping my options open. Sure. The problem with that is it makes it hard for people to help you and to say yes. Yeah. And inside, all of us usually have 2 or 3 goals that we're most interested in. Explore them if you're not clear on one, but you're going to save yourself a lot of time and effort and be a much better candidate if you know what you want.
Is that being a little selective too, knowing what you want, so you wait for the right one to come too, right? I mean, I see the jobs always coming on your site, constantly.
Yeah. Well, here's, this isn't on the top 5 that we're going to talk about tonight, but I run a job board, and I'm very proud of the service we provide. Employers who advertise with us don't stop there. They rely on word of mouth. Yeah. And there are estimates out there, Chris, that as many as 80% of all jobs are never advertised. They're filled by word of mouth through conversations among colleagues. Yeah. And so you can't sit and wait. You got to get out there and talk to folks.
Yeah, okay, number 2, make the resume shine. This one's obvious, but it's just equally important, right?
It's a basic fundamental step that you can't ignore. If you're ready to start looking, take your resume out of the drawer, make sure that it's up to date. But above all, make sure you talk about your accomplishments.
Yeah, I was going to say, what does make it shine? Right. So what you've done.
Right. It's not a position description for your past jobs. Right. It's what employers are looking for are people who can solve problems, who've produced results. And anybody who's been successful, and all job seekers have been, have results that they can point to, and they need to document them, and the resume is the best way to do that.
Make it shine your accomplishments, and 1 page, 2 page, too long? What do
in most cases, 1 page. When you're mid-career or senior, 2 pages is okay. Don't agonize about it. Make a choice. Make sure that you're describing your accomplishments, positioning yourself as a problem solver, and above all, ask your friends and family to read it and look for those typos.
A lot of eyeballs on it. Yeah. Okay, review your online profile. This one's huge, right? And it's becoming more and more important because everybody's got an online profile, right?
They do. We all have a digital footprint. Yeah. And employers tell pollsters rather, that one of the things they always do when they're checking out candidates is they Google them. Yeah. And so you have to ask yourself, what's an employer going to see when they Google you? Yeah. You need to check your privacy settings on Facebook and other social media accounts, and make sure you've got a LinkedIn account and make sure it's up to date.
It is important to have a LinkedIn.
It is, because LinkedIn has so much Google juice, as they say. It rises to the top. So it's probably the first or second thing that will pop up when employers Google you. And if you don't have a LinkedIn account, it's going to look odd.
Yeah. Okay. Network, right? You're talking about word of mouth. It's everything. How important is the networking?
It's vital, because you need to look at job boards like MaxList. There are other great job boards out there, and online sites. Traditional newspapers have great classified online ads. But again, if up to 8 to 10 of all jobs are never advertised, your dream job might be one of them. And if you're not out there talking to people through informational interviews or connecting with folks through professional associations, you're not going to hear about those positions.
And a lot of those times you can parlay that networking into these jobs that aren't advertised, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's how you find them. And employers, again, hire people they know or who are recommended to them by people they trust. It's just human nature.
Yeah, right,
it's not a conspiracy. And our challenge when we're looking for work, Chris, is to get out there and get plugged into as many networks as we can.
Yeah. Finally, don't wait to be picked, you say. This is something that you just don't want to wait around, right?
You don't. And a lot of people, and I've made this error myself in my early in my career when job hunting. You think, okay, I'll keep an eye on the posted positions. I'll look at the boards. In the old days, it was newspapers. But you don't want to wait for something to come along, and you don't want to rely only on posted positions. You want to get out there and put yourself forward. And the best way to do that is through informational interviewing and getting out and talking to people.
It's the old school hustle, isn't it? I mean, you just got to be moving.
It's word of mouth, and job hunting is a skill. And like any skill, it can be mastered. Most of us aren't taught how to do it in high school or college. We learn it through trial and error. But there are shortcuts to learn that skill faster.
Okay, a couple quick points we want to make. Mistakes people make, just quickly, are there some that you want to avoid?
We talked about one, which is relying only on job boards. So think about how you're spending your time when you're job hunting. If up to 80% of all jobs are never advertised, how are you should be spending about as much as 80% of your time out networking, volunteering, connecting with people, not looking at job boards. Another mistake that people made, and I've made this one myself, is applying everywhere.
You don't want to do that. Because water it down, right?
Right. You're gonna waste energy and time applying for jobs that you're probably not going to get interviews for because you're not as well qualified as you are for positions that are really that you know.
Okay, let's take a look at the book. We want to also, and as we do that, this is Land Your Dream Job in Portland and Beyond. But while we're looking at this, there's an event too.
There is.
Tell us about this. This is everybody's got to get in on this.
Well, this is on January 24th. It's in partnership with the Technology Association of Oregon. So if you're interested in positions in the tech world in Oregon, this will be happening at the offices of Vacasa in Northwest Portland, which is a local technology company that helps people rent vacation homes online.
And this is the book. All right, we've got a link to it on the website for KGW. Good to see you. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. Great insight for us and a treat for us, too. All right, back with more right after this.